Well, that's why I quit being a prosecutor, was because I got sick of putting them in. But I didn't know that I wasn't sure how far I would go in my criminal defense career. Originally, I had been locking people up.
Yeah.
And, I knew I could defend some people, but very quickly I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this.
How have, for the both of you, like, how do you defend guilty people? Question mark.
Yes.
It's I almost don't know how to answer the question because it's not something that weighs on me ethically in any capacity. I have a client. My job is to help this client as much as possible, and that is what it is. It's when I walk into a courtroom, there's a whole bunch of people in there that care about putting my client in jail, and I'm the only one who cares about getting them out of jail. And it's I think that the only way I can contextualize it is if you meet someone and that person is your entry to a case and you're hearing their story and you're spending your time with them and you're hearing their point of view, that person, in my case, is the defendant, and maybe they're guilty, maybe they're not, but that's the person I have a relationship with. That's the person I want to help, and I've never had like oh God, like if I get this person, this is my client, and I'm going to do everything I can for them, and I'm not going to feel bad about it at all.
So I think you have to believe in the system, right? You have to believe in the system, which I do. And I think everybody deserves to be treated fairly. I think we all, and if you did a really bad thing and they can prove that you did a really bad thing, then the judge is going to do the judge's job. But
They deserve representation.
Yeah. And I don't know, I think if you asked 100 lawyers that, you get 100 different answers. But to me, and maybe Nick would take a different approach, I've represented innocent people, truly dead innocent people, and that is the craziest thing you will ever do. A lot of the people that we represent are not innocent. A lot of the people are not guilty. A lot of the people are guilty. And I think, the question is, do you approach it the same way? Do you not approach it the same way? Do you think about it differently? Hopefully not, but I mean...
Hard not to.
Well, when you have a young guy who's 20 years old and you're like, I have evidence right here. This guy is straight up innocent.
Yeah.
Not he did something stupid, not there's an argument, not there's a defense. Like, this didn't happen.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know if you've had that experience, but that's a pressure. There is no one on this earth who feels pressure like that. Maybe guys in the military, maybe the president of the United States going to drop a bomb, but this is serious stuff.
Yeah.
That's the scariest feeling, having a completely innocent client and knowing it. Yeah.
It's like you and surgeons, like anything that you accidentally do could impact their life tremendously.
Yes.
Sir.
Well, and you're always worried
So much
about
power.
Yes.
the judge or the DA doing something that you can't stop, that somebody gets completely screwed.
Yeah.
And that was always a fear for me. And I don't think we've had that. I mean, we've had people go to jail for a long time, not too many of them. I mean, we can go back to the stats. We've got a lot of people out of jail, but we've never seen that horrible thing, the one you see on TV. We just represented a guy, he was in jail. Another crazy scenario, 16 and a half years. He wrote like 14 440 motions. He was probably innocent. He got out of jail on his 14th 440 motion for lack of evidence. He comes to us. I mean, there was another suspect. Suspect number one existed for 2 years. And so we get this case, Greg and I, and his son's in law enforcement. I mean, it's got all the pieces of whatever. They offer the guy a man-2 with time served. And what do you tell the guy? I'm like, look, we got a 99% chance of winning this trial. Like, if we don't win this trial, we're bad lawyers. If we don't win this trial, we didn't do our job. But he already lost once, and he sat in the jail for 16 years, and he's out. And all he got to say is the words. He's like, I'll say the words. Like, and that's not our choice. That's not, like, we don't go to jail.
Yeah.
That's his choice, and you got to bring it to him, and he's got to make that decision with his family. And we had meetings for hours and hours about what he was going to do. And I mean, that was a crazy